Hello and welcome! This is rooflemonger, my friends. It is a happy day because a new fighting game has been announced. And that game for today is Diesel Legacy: The Brazen Age. So while it was announced today, full disclosure, I have actually been able to play this game early, and it's a pretty cool game. So this game is a 2v2 fighting game, but it is not the traditional platform fighter you might find like a team-based fighting game in. It is instead a lane-based fighting game, like say some older SNK games. So there's a top lane, a middle lane, and a bottom lane, and you can freely switch between them in the middle of the match. And it does lead to things like, say your partner is engaging the enemy, you can go a lane below, move forward, go a lane back up, and then you can like 2v1 and sandwich the enemy. So there's a lot of 2v2 specific tactics. And it's mentioned in the trailer here, but there is an open beta going on for the game right now. So you can check the links. I'll have that link for you in the video description. If you want to try it right now, it's available to play right now. So that said, here's the trailer. Here's some of the thoughts. There's the open beta. That's good. But let me tell you some of my experience with the game. So the name Diesel Legacy evokes the feeling and the aesthetic of the game as it's a diesel punk style. Think of it like sort of like post-war 20s style alternate setting Earth, where technology is just a little bit different and the vibe's just a little bit different. Steampunk is a little bit more clean, Dieselpunk's just a little bit more dirty, if you get what I mean. The build you're able to play will have 4 characters to my understanding. One of them, Rory, was my character because he's the guy with the command grab. Also expect to see a little bit of Terry Bogard in him and a little bit of Raiden. So the gameplay is very hectic in like kind of the best way. A lot of the characters can do a lot of things. Like Fritz has all sorts of fly combos. Fritz is the plague doctor sort of looking dude here. And he can fly, combo down, jump, refly, smash you down, all that kind of stuff. And he has all sorts of like vials and DOTs and poisons that he can apply to you. All sorts of status effects. Like it actually really threw me for a loop, the kind of stuff he can pull on you. It's nuts. Like you can see here, Ruby hits him, but the poison's still up, right? So she goes into it and boom, she gets caught. That's one of his effects. Ruby herself is actually really cool too. She's like your hyper aggression speedster character. And the more she moves around, her roller skates actually like power up and it makes her stronger. So you're highly incentivized to just go crazy and run around the screen just to build up your buffs. As far as the core gameplay loop goes, yes, it is indeed 2v2. The game is balanced and designed around the 2v2. And it definitely works to its benefit. Certain supers here, like this is Ruby super, will hit multiple people. So if you're getting hit, Ruby can like super and then save you from getting hit. The lanes do a lot for placement. Like you can see here at the beginning, Rotwang actually goes above Ruby and Rory and then kind of comes in from behind and effectively does a sneak attack. And that's a very valid thing you can do as proper gameplay in this game. Now, one of the most important things about this game is, well, it's a 2v2 game. What happens when one person gets knocked down, right? They actually very much thought of this. This is the down but not out system. So when one player dies, then basically a ghost will appear and you can ghost parry from beyond the grave. Like it's literally third strike style parries. You hit forward as the enemy hits and the player that is down can defend the active player. Just like Street Fighter 3, it's just tap forward, right? So the person who is currently down still has a very active role to play, as it's now very specifically up to you to stop your partner from getting ganged up on and 2v1'd on. Another thing you may be worried about, well, with 4 players, what about the quality of the online play, right? And I'm here to tell you it is amazing. So when I played, there was people from all over North America and Europe, some very long distances in between the players overall, and man, it actually just worked. Now as an earlier build, I'm assuming not even as good of a build as you guys will be playing in the open beta. We truly are finally just in an era of fighting games where the online just works and you pretty much don't have to worry about it. So that is a true blessing. Now, as far as the usual fighting game stuff goes, yes, there is all sorts of characters, all sorts of archetypes. Not all of them will be in the open beta build, but my belief is there's going to be 10 full characters at launch and covering just about everything. Rory's kind of an all-rounder with a command grab. Fritz and Rotwang are weirdos. Ruby is like your super rushdown character. I've been told other characters that will exist, like gigantic big boy style characters. So basically, there's a good cross-section already here, and there's going to be even more coming. Like, say, this person, I actually have no idea who this is. It's your mystery character. Probably cool. They got like this weird pentagram thing going on. That's probably bad business for whoever is going to fight her. And yes, once again, with the trailer ending here, open beta. Go play this literally right now. Go sign up on Steam. I know it's a crazy time for fighting games. Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat news, Tekken news, all this stuff is happening right now, but this is one more, sure, I know, but legitimately, it's a limited time only, so go try it now while you can. This game is doing something that is pretty different than the usual fighting game fare, and I find that actually pretty exciting because it's, for the most part, pulling it off. Some other notes, although this is the open beta right now, my understanding is the proper full finished retail product is going to be a free-to-play game. And fair enough, because I think 2v2 specifically loans itself more to free-to-play than the normal 1 versus 1 fare. Other things to note, there's going to be a full-on proper training mode, and this one's going to be pretty in-depth, right? So not only do you get the usual training mode fare, there's going to be full-on frame data for everything, hitbox viewers built right into the game, which is very rare. So frame data, and especially hitboxes out of the gate, that's not necessarily a given, so it's definitely here, so that's good. The replay system, all the replays, on top of the usual, watch, fast forward, rewind, all that kind of stuff. You have hitboxes and frame data display in-game on the replay. And yes, you can take control of the replay mid-replay and kind of lab out the situations yourself. So there's a very advanced feature set in this out of the gate. I don't know how much is going to be in the open beta specifically, but this is all planned for launch. So if you're looking to support a more indie level fighting game, especially in this new era of fighting games where the big boys are taking over again, like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken, I do highly suggest just checking it out. It has a lot of heart from what I've tried, and the developers definitely love their fighting games, as there's more than a few references to a lot of characters throughout all the various move sets. And just things I found really fun, like for Rory, for example, the guy with the command grab, because I like playing the command grab characters. He can also lane shift his command grabs, so you can like go a lane below the current fracas that's going on, run, and then command grab up a lane and get the guy in the lane above you, which I just find deeply satisfying. That, and he has charged drop kicks, like hold, like go, negative edge kind of drop kicks like right end does in, say, KOF 13. And they're just really meaty and crunchy to land on people, and they just go flying when they connect. Like, the aesthetic is there. I think it's really good. The gameplay is there. I think it's really good. And so far, from my time with it, I've had a lot of fun. So once again, open beta right now, go sign up. And otherwise, well, that's the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and try, well, Diesel Legacy.